No. No. Don't do it. Stop. Don't do it. Don't do it. So you're in the market for a Telecaster. Well, various brands make Telecasters from $100 to $10,000 and beyond. So if you're looking for a Telecaster, how in the world do you navigate this plethora of options? Well, let's break it down. By the way, hi, I'm Chuck. I'm a music creator supporting other music creators in creating music. Check the description box below. There's links to my website and various streaming services to stream my music. And on my website, there's a link to all my socials. And if you want to help this channel out, go ahead and click like and subscribe and ring the notification bell and all the stuff that YouTubers always say. So, all right, with that, let's get into it. I think price point is going to be the big determining factor for a lot of people. Budget is going to be a determining factor. So we're going to go through this in budget classes. So the first one is under $300. So what Telecaster should I look at for under $300? Well, and listen, you can find a lot of stuff on Amazon for $100 and, you know, right around that price point. But I really suggest trying to find a Squire and then get a setup. Now, preferably if you can score a used Classic Vibe or a used G&L Tribute for under $300, I would jump on it. Maybe tough to find, but if you can find that deal, that's the way to go. But even if you're going to go Affinity, I would get an Affinity and a setup. Just make sure that you budget for that setup. That's going to be the key point. For the Glaries and the other stuff on Amazon, I would only go that route if you're really interested in like learning how to set up a guitar, learning how to work on guitars, or learning how to modify guitars. I wouldn't go that route for a beginner. But if you want a project and you want something to kind of mess around with, or you want something to modify, then I would say go ahead and buy that. Those are good options. But if you're a beginner, or if this is going to be your only guitar, I would go Squire Affinity or used Classic Vibe or G&L Tribute and a setup on all of those. That setup is going to be key. All right, the next price point is $600 and under. So for $600 and under, where would I go? Well, I think my first choice would be G&L Tribute. The Squire Classic Vibes, I think, are made in the same factory. I'm not sure, but they probably are. Probably all the stuff's made in the same factory, probably Court, Indonesia. But I like the feel of that. I would say the difference between a G&L Classic, a G&L and a Fender Classic Vibe is just kind of the feel of the neck. I like the feel of the G&L better. You may like the Classic Vibe better. I would say they're equal instruments. They're going to get the job done. They're very good. Both of those are very good. I would dare say, I mean, you could gig with those. You could record with those. Those are great instruments. Now, kind of the oddball in here is the Sire Telecaster. I have not tried that yet, so I don't have any experience with that. So this section may change if I get a hold of a Sire and get to try that out. But as of this point, I don't know. If you can get a hold of one to try one, I would suggest it. I mean, they have a good reputation, but like I said, I haven't played it yet. But G&L Tribute is just an old standby. It's a great instrument. Or Squire Classic Vibe, under $600. All right, our next price point is $1,200 and below. So $1,200 and below. I would go with the Chapman ML3 Pro traditional. So this might be a controversial pick, but what I have seen in the Fender Performer Series, and even the Player series, I think Chapman is way better. Now, there's some more modern appointments. It's going to be a little more comfortable to play. It's going to be less vintagey. It's not going to look vintage. If you want something that looks and feels vintage, I would say the Mexican Vintera series. They're pretty good. They're good as well. But the Chapman ML3 Pro Traditional, the Pro, go for the Pro one. They're going to be about $1,000. They're excellent instruments. I would suggest going there over an American-made Fender. At that price point, that I think is the best guitar for the money under $1,200. Under $2,000, our next budget category, and for this I would go with the G&L ASAT Fullerton Classic. That's a mouthful, but I would go American-made G&L here over the Fender Pro. Now, the Fender Professional series is good. I have played the professional tellies. I have a professional Strat. I really like them, but I like the G&L better. Now, the caveat is the pickups. I probably would change the pickups in that guitar to something else, whether you get Fralins or Fenders or however way you want to do it. I think you can pick up the Texas Specials for like $100 and throw them in that guitar. It's a Telecaster. It's very easy to wire up. But before you change the pickups, you should always try the guitar out. If you like the sound, that's fine. I would change the pickups out. Matter of fact, I had a G&L Telecaster. I actually was going to choose the Fishman Fluence pickups. I really like those. They're a little bit pricey, but they sound really good. They're active. You got to kind of deal with that. But they're not a direct fit. There's some routing involved, so I wouldn't necessarily go that route. Although I love the Fishman Fluence, they just don't fit in the G&L without some routing. Okay, our next budget category is everything else. Everything else above $2,000. Now, of course, in here you have Sir and Tom Anderson, and I would say at this price point, right, you're probably not going to be able to go wrong, but there's just nothing better than a team-built custom shop. I think, unless you want to get freaky with it, I don't think the master builts are... I don't see how you get any better than a team built. I have a team built custom shop Telecaster. It's the greatest guitar I've ever played. I have had other guitars close. That guitar is unbelievable. And I can't conceive of a better guitar, of a better Telecaster than that Telecaster. All right, well, no matter what your budget is or where you fit in, you can't go wrong with a Telecaster. I love them. They're great instruments, and no matter which price point you fall into, go get yourself a Telecaster. And always remember, it's all about the song.